Said I'm thankful, wonderful blessings, man, they overflow. Said I'm humble, vulnerable, humbly vulnerable. Said I'm thankful for the wonderful blessings, man, they overflow. So humble, vulnerable, humbly vulnerable.
Hey Joe, Kendrick said be humble, people vision in tunnels. I say let your light shine, can't hear when you mumble. Grind hard, grinds hard, can't run from the stumbles. And they ask how success tastes, I say it's a gumbo. Bro, I say it's the best, but the best is becoming. Businesses that I work for, I plan to be running. Friends back in the crib, I tell them 100. No words for the haters there, I know that they frontin'. Kids at the resorts, I don't feel no remorse. Remember humble beginners, all the ones that support. And of course, characters and
The following program is rated TV MAL. It contains strong language and is intended only for mature audience.
You can get with this or you can get with that.
All right, so if Tommy had 6 apples, Terry gives him 2, and Meech gives him 2 more, how many does he now have in all?
What?
Not quite, but good attempt though. Let's circle back around and see where we went wrong. If Tommy had 6 apples, you definitely didn't get your brains from me. Yeah?
What up, though? What up, though? What up, though? Another Thursday, another week. We back at it. Tantalizing Thursday, you know what I'm saying? We live from Detroit. My man from Detroit. And my other man down at Dallas, ain't it right? Ain't it right? That be Dallas, ain't that right? Am I right, Mr. Payne? Am I right, Mr. Payne? That be Dallas, huh?
I'm in the ATX, Austin, Texas.
You know, in the Texas part of Austin, I knew it was somewhere down there in that big ass star, the long beach, you know what I'm saying? You know, another week. I'm trying to tell y'all, we glad to be here.
Time, man. Don't get my D confused with AD. I'm from the D, Dirty Glove. I ain't from Dallas.
East side salute to the Dirty Glove. Welcoming everybody that's in the chat. Gonna be in the chat, and that's just gonna be chatting. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
Not a good way for YB to be froze up.
You know what I'm saying? Putting something in your mouth. There, yeah, boy. You done got caught. Putting it in your mouth. You heard it on Tantalizing Thursday. I'm trying to tell you. But it's been another week, man.
Pimp stands for put it in my pocket.
Put it in my pocket for real. Pimp it is. Yeah, put it in my pocket. Shit, glad y'all with us though, you know what I'm saying? Another week. How your week been? Tell me how your week been.
It's been good. I have no complaints, man. Yesterday we celebrated the West birthday. Went out, hung out, spent a little Monday, ate some food, you know how you do. You kind of relax and chill and just had a good time at the house. Kind of been a regular week. Working, grinding, and keeping on maintaining and keeping on building and doing what you're doing to get to the best version of you. So it's a successful, productive week. I have no complaints, none whatsoever.
You know what I'm saying? And I don't either, you know. It's been another week, you know, and I just feel like, hey, if it's Thursday, then we made it another week. Nothing else really is to say we here, you know what I'm saying? We here again amongst the living, you know, because it could be planning your funeral, you know what I'm saying? Mine included.
Fact.
So I'm gonna pull me some weed to that.
Facts.
YB, is the connection good? Is it, you know, we good on the connection, boy? And you know what I'm saying? It look like you done froze up again, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, look like it ever. Try to tell you, boy, another week.
Nah, and the food come over there or what?
I don't know. There goes some movement.
We got some. Maybe he hitting us with the what's the name? Maybe hitting us with the mannequin challenge.
What y'all know?
No, I was going too long. Come on, you gotta have a.
I knew he was gonna get kicked out. I ain't got time for this food.
But your Wi-Fi is terrible. You hear what I'm saying?
Hey, shout out to SG, the greatest engineer ever.
Man, I couldn't even get it out, man. For real. Eastside salutes to the.
She out here treating YB like
podcast.
Come to be lukewarm. Either your mic is all the way hot or it's cold. Which one you gonna be? She out here like
SG in the house, cutting nigga snipping.
Oh man.
Just
Eastside snip. I'm just thinking that what that's like. I had a week a couple weeks ago where I couldn't get into the last 2 minutes when we was dealing with Kalichi kicks. I kept getting kicked off. So I know what you're going through, YB. It's all right. You'll be back soon enough.
Shit. He know better than both of us because he go through this shit. Shout out to Kalichi. You hear me?
Yeah.
Brought him up.
I'm a East Side salute. Now, a West Side salute to that council t-shirt he rocking. Yeah, I see you. Looking mighty spiffy.
Right,
with the headphones. Don't y'all miss that.
Right here.
You get full HD color over there. Nah.
So that's how we get down. Just go and subscribe to the council. You know what I'm saying? Go subscribe. We don't even need no likes and all that other stuff. Go subscribe so y'all can just get out on the show, watch the show, talk some shit with us. You know what I'm saying? And put some topics, send us some topics. You know what I'm saying? There might be something on your mind that you want us to discuss, and you might want to get in on the discussion. Send that to the council, dg@gmail.com. You hear me? Send us something. It's just me and Mr. Payne, we always down to kick it. You know what I'm saying? Just like tonight's topic. You know what I'm saying? Can you parent without united front? You know what I'm saying? Tonight's tantalizing topic, and we get YB back again, my friend. I think that'd be the problem, man. That it's too much energy, too much juice and chips. It's too much. They got chips and all that shit now. You know what I'm saying? They bug and all that shit, and you got all that shit around your Wi-Fi, man. Last week it was that sandwich. You be having too many goodies around around your microphone.
Sorry.
See, just like I was laughing at you. I got an instant
Eat
message myself.
Eastside salute to Shonda is in the building.
What's up, Miss Shonda in the building?
Yeah.
You don't hear me clear, man.
First time I heard that, Shonda.
I got the greatest. I got the engineer hitting me too down in my inbox. Like, hey, Mr. P, make sure you check your connection too, because you coming a little broken and stupid. You coming in a little broken and stupid.
It's a stuttering. He's stuttering. He's stuttering. It's the stutter. Well, it wasn't even a stutter. It was kind of like a, you know what I'm saying, like a real AI
robot.
Like, yeah.
Yeah,
but you know, you good right now.
All right, cool. I appreciate that. I'm back on track. Look at YB even moving, fully moving. Okay,
You know,
we're in the building today. We got to, because this is very interesting, man.
yes, sir. As I say, tonight's tantalizing topic is: can you parent without united fronts? Can you do it? Can you do it by yourself? Or
And
do
you know what?
need the other, you know.
And here's my question.
SG.
Look at this a couple different ways. So when you look at parenting, what's up, Miss Chantel?
Building.
I think when you look at parenting, the question is, I was coming in today on my way to the house after job, and I was checking that out, and I'm saying, okay, we asked that question: can you parent without a united front? And I looked at it as, are we talking about co-parenting? We're living in two separate households, and we're figuring out how to do the best for our child. Or are we talking about parenting in the sense of a husband and wife, boyfriend and girlfriend? Because I know, we're going to tie it all in, because even in two parents inside the house, there's still a conflict about how we going to be doing some raising, because you come with your thoughts background, I come with my thoughts and my ideas from my background. And now we got to figure out how we gonna make this work. So yeah, that's a very interesting topic right there, bro.
Yes, sir. Because you know, I had the privilege of having both my parents. You know, my mom was more of the disciplinary parent, and my dad was. He was a barker, you know, even though he was a military guy. You know, my dad didn't whoop ass like that, you know, but my mom, she was the ass whooper, you know, and it was like, you know, I knew I could manipulate my dad in certain little ways, and, you know, it would cause just that little conflict between him and my mama, you know what I'm saying, because he'll give it to me, but I be done duped him. You know what I'm saying? Because he don't know mama done told me I can have that shit and this and that. So, you know, I done duped him all the way around. So now he facing the heat, you know. But all in all, I got to say that they was on a united front, because I really couldn't do shit, you know, with either, well, especially with my dad after that. You know, anything I wanted to do, Peggy, did you say he could? Oh, she said nah. You know what I'm saying? So shit, you know, they were on a united front, but my mom was the whoop ass parent. She would whoop my ass. You know what I'm saying?
And I believe it's 50-50, man. This is a tough one, because depending on the situation, I believe in you can and you cannot. Because I don't want to downplay any single mothers or single fathers to say that they can't do it on their own. When the other parent, because you have to look at the other parent. Any can't even think of the word right now, but there's so many things, just for lack of better words at this moment, that goes into this, because you have to break down the other parent, because just the person that you get and y'all with, they change just like you change, or you may grow up before they grow up. And sometimes you kind of forced into a situation where the mother may have to be the disciplinarian, as in Mr. Drummond may understand, you know, even say when our parents were up, or for some of us when we was coming up, it was like your mom would be like, wait till your daddy get home. You about to get your butt beat. You know what I'm saying? Like, so your father was the disciplinarian, although the mom was the one who checked you and let you know. She went and told your dad so he can do the disciplinarian work, as opposed to her having to do the disciplinarian work. And so I really just think it depends on the individuals in the situation. I believe you can, because people are doing it successfully in life, and then there's some people that's not doing it so successful in life. And I believe that starts with, of course, the parents and the mentality of that individual. are you parenting based on you and what you feel, or are we parenting what's best for the child?
That's for sure. Oh, go ahead. I was just looking at the comment.
No. I was looking at that comment too. So it's like, are you doing it for you, or are you doing it for the child? And if the two parents want the best for the child, then we should be able to come to a common ground. That's when we're supposed to be able to sit down as adults and put our personal feelings aside of, you know, what happened. And unfortunately, the kid suffers because a lot of times parents don't parent on a united front because somebody might be too involved in their feelings and their emotions. And now I'm just talking on the aspect of two individuals that's not together, not living in the same household. So I may have an issue with you based on something you did in our past, and I'm disrespecting the mom, I'm disrespecting the father of the child. And so the kid therefore feel like, yo, I don't gotta respect you. I see y'all not united. So why am I gonna listen to one or the other? And that could be an issue for the parents. But if you're in the same household, it can be difficult if the two grown-ups are having issues. But man, I think if you're in the same household, it definitely should be done on a united front, because like Mr. Drummond just said earlier, and I experienced this as well with my own children. I wasn't raised in the house with my mom and my dad, maybe up until the age of 7. And then my mom was gone for her own personal reasons between her and my father. Had nothing to do with me. But me and my wife talks about this, like, you know, you have to check with your significant other, because kids will attempt to play you. They'll go in the back room like, Ma, can I go to the basketball court and play ball for like 2-3 hours? And oh yeah, baby, go ahead, go have a good time. When I've been on told my son, no, you ain't going nowhere till you clean up your room and you do A, B, and C. You know what I'm saying? So y'all got to have that open line of communication to make sure that the kids don't attempt to play y'all, because they definitely gonna take advantage of it if they see you not on the same page.
Yes, indeed. And most of the time, how I see it is, kids are good at that. Yes, they are. And I want to say that she said, her pastor said, you know, you can divide and conquer, but the strength is in the unity. There, you can. I believe you can. You can coach your kids on the united front. You can raise them on the ununited front. Like the person, y'all may not be together, and it's like the baby is split between two households, and it just would be the compromise between the two parents. You know what I'm saying? To, like you said, lay down personal feelings, and not let that control how you doing things with the son, as far as, he might be with his mama and the mama let him do certain stuff. So he get with his dad and his dad may cut that out, like, well, no, you can't do that over here. First thing he gonna say is, well, mama let me. Okay, well, I'm not your mama. Let's just get that straight. You know what I'm saying? So then it's like friends and enemies at this point. Daddy don't let me do shit, so he my enemy. So he riding with mama now. So it's just the conflicts that it create when you don't be on the united front, and you can't compromise between the disciplines of your child and the do's and don'ts. To me, you know what I'm saying? I'd be like, look, just get to it, because I got my ass whooped as a child, when I did things that was wrong. I got my ass tapped, you know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna say I got whoopings. I got my ass whooped, you know what I'm saying? Shit, all the way up to a nigga was damn near 17. Shit, my mama didn't play that shit, you know what I'm saying? Shit, so I knew my disciplines. I knew what it was. And it just be like, look how I turned out. So it'd be like, look how you turned out. You know what I'm saying? Did you turn out so bad that you choose not to, run united fronts or not to discipline your kids? Because I put everything that, like, my mom and dad taught me, I put that shit on the table, and I use it. It's like a map. Mm-hmm. I ain't gonna make discipline hard because, and I hear this, I ain't gonna raise my kids like my parents raised me. Shit, you crazy as hell. You know what I'm saying? I got my ass whooped, and I feel like I earned stripes to whoop ass. And that's what's gonna happen. Each one of my kids done got their ass tapped. You can trust and believe that. Believe it. I done tapped ass. I done earned that right. I got my ass whooped for this. Here go one of them right here. She got one whooping from me. Ain't never got her ass whooped no more. Cause she's like, no, I don't want that from my dad. You know. What about the 2-parent household where only one person is the real parent? Mr. Payne or YB? Question.
I'm gonna let YB jump in there. See why he got some airspace.
My situation.
Uh-oh.
I that's not to get my feet. It's a sensitive. My situation. Hey, whether or not supposed to be interest of the child, you know, it's like that. So, my situation, I feel like a parent. I don't get to see mine or signs or whatnot because of my situation, our situation, but. When I have had the chance, you know, I'm kind of grown to be 10 years old, you know what I'm saying? So the things she do at home, like far as the responsibilities, I actually let her be a kid whenever I get her. Like, no, you ain't got to do dishes. You ain't, no, you're not to be a child. You color, play with your toys, man. She got brothers and sisters. Like, she's the oldest, so she do dishes. She cooks, she clean the refrigerator, she do everything that her mom's supposed to do as a child. So, like, I'm the real parent, you know. If you come with me, you be I'm gonna take care of Adele's child. But
what she say?
Supposed to be. I can't parent house. I'm not in a parent household. I actually did. My dad girlfriend did hour. She knew that. Like, you know what I'm saying? You better run and check what. You better run in there and check, man. Like, you may be household, but you have no print. And you have no place over and like. I may have been to the divide, you know what I'm saying? The United, it was already war front, you know? And she had no carry. She told me, Mom, hold on, big mom, spit.
Man, you just in and out.
Why?
Your feed is terrible, man. I'm telling you, we need to let him borrow some Wi-Fi. Oh man!
Can you run that?
Like right now?
Can you run that question? Can you run that question back, SG? I believe is what you do when there's only one real parent in the house.
Take up an offer for his Wi-Fi.
What about the 2-parent household where only one person is the real
He's
parent?
absolute.
That's a touchy situation. Because I think the individual who's making the better decisions for the family should be making decisions. But that's a conversation that should be had in private. That's something that you do not want to do in front of the children, because then you're showing the children that we not united. We don't stick together. I tell my wife I feel is the better decision maker in our family. Now, as the head of our household, I lead the way I need to lead, but I don't make certain decisions without talking to my other half, my completion, you know, my wife, who brings a lot of knowledge to the game. So I make sure I talk to my wife, because I know my wife is not an impulse decision maker, where I could be an impulse decision maker, which that works out great a lot of times in life for me. But sometimes that's not the greatest thing when you're dealing with children. So I think in that instance, the person that's not a real parent, again, this goes back to individuals, because it's difficult to be a real parent to a child when you're not parenting yourself. You can't parent nobody else. Like, if you're not doing what you need to do for you, you're not going to do what you need to do for your children. Full disclosure, I'm a transparent guy. In the beginning, I was raising my kids the way I was raised. I was more hands off, thinking like, oh, they're gonna be good, let them make their mistakes, they gotta learn and things of that nature. But it's some things that you can help them to avoid.
Salute.
You know what I'm saying? You can help them to avoid. So I think, when there's only one real parent, those two parents need to get in that room and have a real conversation about what y'all looking to do and how y'all want to move forward for the betterment of the child. Because if you don't do that, then y'all gonna keep bumping heads, and the child gonna see that. And as much as y'all think y'all united, they're gonna see you as divided, and they're gonna naturally
eventually see it. They're gonna eventually see it, yeah. Because you can only hide so much of it. You can kind of like tip around it for a minute, but I mean, children aren't stupid. They see things that a lot of times you don't even see, and they see it before you. They know when there's trouble in the camp. You know what I'm saying? They can sniff it and smell it because they pure. You know what I'm saying? So it's like they gonna see that, and so it'd be like, just like you said, don't present that, in front of a kid. Like y'all not in that together, but you do have to bring that person to the side and say, hey, you gotta step up on this end, because he need to see that we together on this. You know what I'm saying? I mean, even if you don't say nothing verbally, nod your head like, yeah, it's what your mama said, say something of that nature. You got to let him know that I stand with her. I've told my grandkids, no lie, I'm on your mama's side. I love you.
Facts.
But I'm on her side. So when it comes to her and disciplining your ass, it's whatever she said. I don't care what you said or nothing else. If she whooping your ass, I might be whooping your ass next. So, tread lightly. You know what I'm saying? And we got a song, my nigga. Prayer for Love by Miranda Ray. We gonna get into that and then get back to the topic. You know what I'm saying?
Let's do it.
Do your thing, Eastside Salute.
Couples passing by, I wonder when will it be my time to feel the love that I see through my eyes. I wait here patiently for the man that claims to be my soulmate, my destiny. Ba-da-ba-da-bum, ba-da-bum, 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 bum-bum. I wonder if you'll be as happy as can be. Fill my heart with joy, take me to ecstasy. I know I can't foresee the future God's plan for me, but while He's by my side, He'll give me the strength to survive this thing that we call life. Ba-da-ba-da-bum, ba-da-bum, 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 ba-bum, ba-da-bum, 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 ba-bum, Lovers up above, can you hear my lonely cry? Oh, won't you send me an angel by my side? Lonely nights and hopeless dreams, leave me wanting more. Oh yeah.
Eastside salute, my guy, to Miss Miranda Ray, dropping that. I'm trying to tell you that was hot. That prayer for love.
And that was fire.
That prayer for love, yeah. Prayer for love, yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that was fire right there. I like that. I was feeling that one.
Yeah, that shit was hot. I like that. Keep them coming. You know what I'm saying? And we gonna keep
I don't.
playing.
You know, you can definitely parent without a united front, but the real question is, can you do it successfully?
It was a question. Put the question up real quick. What was that question?
I don't know. I'm looking at the regular one. Yeah, can you parent without a united front? Just a topic.
It was the question.
Oh, okay.
It was the question just put up. That one, it was like the banner. It was
Oh yeah, video from earlier with parents out be deaf.
No, she had put up a banner. She done took it down. She might flash it again, but I wanted to ask that question because it was a question posted. Yeah, did you know there are different parenting styles? You know, and then she went on to say, what was the styles?
Yeah, I didn't. Well, I would say this. I definitely believe in authoritarian, authoritative, permissive, and unevolved. Authoritarian.
Yes, indeed.
Authoritative. I can't even get my lips together today.
Permissive, authoritative, permissive, and uninvolved. And she says she got a clip for those. Let's see.
Let's drop the clip.
Did I not just tell you it's time for bed? I swear to God, if I have to tell you one more time, get to your room. Hey, honey, it's 11 o'clock, and I did say 2 hours ago it's time for bed. Oh, you don't want to go to bed? Oh, I should get out? Okay. Hey, I know you're enjoying playing with that right now, but it is time for bed. It's getting really late. Do you want me to carry you upstairs, or do you want to walk up the stairs? That is not an option, honey. Do you want me to carry you up the stairs, or do you want to walk up the stairs? Okay, do you want to have a race? Yeah? Okay, let's go. Come on.
An example of all four, basically. You know, and them are types of styles. I mean, you got parents that will get in your ass. Then you got some parents that be trying to be subtle. You know, then you got the ones that be trying to bargain. And then you got the ones that's going to sit there and ain't going to say shit. You know, baby be up all night long.
Hey, I'm like Wendy's. I'm like Wendy's, baby. I'm a 4 for 4. I didn't use all of those styles. And I probably still do to this day. Yeah, like, it just depends on the situation. Like you said earlier, I'm a military guy. I got 4 girls and 1 son, so I didn't do a lot of whooping. I did a lot of false threats. You know what I'm saying? Now, their mom, on the other hand, their mothers, on the other hand, and that's a whole different conversation. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
ain't not
I
a
don't
bang
play
thing about not. Well, see, when I say uninvolved, and there are times where I'm uninvolved because I may have something going on. I'm just like, you know what? I don't got time. I don't got time for this right now because it might be a time where I need to be uninvolved because the energy just ain't right. And I know they just the kid being the kid expressing themselves. And I can go from being gentle to my authority figure. And I can get in my military. And I don't want to do that, especially with girls sometimes. Like, you can say the wrong things. You could grab them up the wrong way. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not talking involved as in just, I'm not there. I'm out the way. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not doing that to where I'm not uninvolved. But there's some times where I pull back because I need to step back because I could walk in the door from work and I had a crazy day at work and the house was going crazy. So I want to come in and it ain't got nothing to do with the people in the house. My energy is off of work. So I need to separate myself, go up into my little happy space where I ain't just involved. Dad is dadding right now. I need to be on the break. But I ain't talking about we not finna let this ride every day. Why I ain't letting nothing happen? I ain't saying nothing. No, that's not going down like that. But there are times where I definitely will step away and be like, you know what?
You have to gain yourself.
Yeah.
You know, and settle yourself down, because if you don't, it's gonna come across the wrong way. You know, and you don't want your child, especially your child, and like you say, especially your girls. You know, you don't want them to feel a type of way, you know, about you, and you know, perhaps coming to you, you know, saying the things that you want your daughter to say to you, and say, "I'm whipping ass before work and after." Eastside salute. Mr. Gunner is in the building. Yes, you know, I'm a whip ass.
Hey, listen,
but I'm like,
man.
When it comes to the girls, I'm leaning. I'm real kind of leaning. I'll get on them, you know, but you know, you just got that heart, that little spot for your girls. But son, see, you smack them to the ground and tell them to get up. You know, like get up. You all right? Yep, you just want to roughhouse them.
Smack them to the ground.
You know, for real, make them rough, push them down every time he come around me. You know what I'm saying? Push him to the ground. You know what I'm saying? Get rough, get tough, get back up. You know what I'm saying? You know, and that's my part of raising boys when they was little. Just push them down. You know, get up, because I don't want people. I never wanted people to look at me when it came to parenting and my kids as, man, you let them just do anything. You know. They just running up them up. Nah, you know, my kids, they could you will see my kids and you'll be like, them Drake kids right there. And motherfucker be like, how you know? Because they sitting down, they quiet as hell. And not because they scared, it's because they know better.
Mm-hmm. And that's a huge difference between knowing better and being taught to not just respect me, but to respect yourself and what you represent, than to be fearing me. I don't need you to fear me. Respect.
That's true. You can't let them run you in the mud, but yeah, that's true. So I don't let them. I don't even let them run me into that anything that resembles mud. You know, I don't let them take me that far, because by the time, if I make it to the mud, if I let them run me into the mud, man, all I'm gonna do is after I wash my shoes first, because I gotta clean my shoes first, and after I clean my shoes, oh my goodness. But sometimes whipping ass is not always a good thing. But I'm also 18, so I don't care.
I don't know.
Oh, I don't know.
Hey, yeah, that's my guy right there. AM Gamer, my man Austin.
Every situation, you're right. Every situation ain't for tapping ass, you know. But understand this: there is some situations that involves tapping some ass to make them understand that you took me right there, and that's what you're gonna get. You understand me? They gotta fear something. He said, "Put the fear of God in them." You hear me? He said, "Don't go without." Because if you don't tap that ass, it shows.
It says spare the rod for the child.
Yeah, you can't spare the rod, because it'll show. It shows them that you don't love them. I had a friend that I can revert back to that told me that, like, man, my mom and them never whooped my ass, and they didn't, because my friend used to run the streets. I'm talking about early age, where I'm in the crib getting ready for school, he running the streets type shit. You know what I'm saying? And he said that verbatim, man. My mom didn't give a fuck about me, man. My mama never whooped me, man. She ain't getting no fuck about me. And now he said that, you know, verbatim. And I was like, damn. And to get older, that shit's true. If you spare the rod, you spoil the child. And once you spoil that child resents you. You know, he resents you for not making him the man, or bringing him to that place where he think he should have been or ought to been, and actually where he should have been, because you should have been the one that got him there. You know what I'm saying? You can't
again. That goes back to the.
You just can't put this shit in.
For me, it goes back.
You know what I'm saying?
For me, it goes back to a comment that I made earlier, though. There's a lot of parents that's not parents. You got a lot of kids raising kids. You 20-year-old kid, a 30-year-old kid, you a 40-year-old kid, you a 50-year-old kid.
Say it.
And you attempted to raise your kid. I was 17 when I had my first child. I ain't know nothing about parenting. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was still a baby myself. And for me, I felt like attempting to not be their friend, but attempting to understand and give a little bit more leeway. I didn't want to raise my children exactly the way that I was raised, but I wanted to give them some of the leeway that I had to make decisions and learn for themselves. One of the most important things I think I say to my children sometimes, like, for every action, there's a reaction. I don't want to say that's good nor bad. You take that how you want to take it. I'm not going to tell you there's consequences in your choices. There is. You're going to figure that out. But know this. For every action, there is a reaction. If you smile at me, I smile at you. You push me, I may push you. So you have to take that same style when you're dealing with your children. I don't think that now that whooping is always the answer. I think, to be honest with you, I think a lot of times we got the whoopings that we got because our parents, they came from a different era.
Yeah, we deserved it.
You deserved it, and then at the same time, not even if you didn't deserve it, being real, our people didn't know how to talk. They don't know how to always express emotions and feelings and discuss why you getting this whooping or what you did wrong. And a lot of parents don't want to take responsibility for the fact you're the one who probably fucked the kid up in the first place. You wasn't parenting a child in the first place because somebody didn't parent you. So now you acting out of your anger, your aggression, your frustration because you won't take the time to really learn this individual, your mini-me, because your child is a representation of you. So if they wilding out, guess who they got it from? You wilding out. Now, I understand peer pressure is real, but how much pressure can somebody outside of your home put on the person that you got in your home 24/7? Like, I'm just saying, I know they go to school when they do things, but what foundations are you laying at the house? You just said it. When I take my kids out the house, they're gonna be like them Dre kids. Why? Because Dre has laid the foundation that we don't do this. This is not how we act. We don't get down like that. So they're not going to portray that outside of the home. And that starts with the parent parenting themselves first. Learning how to parent yourselves first. Now, sometimes you got to snatch a knot in the kid right there in public. You're not finna embarrass me. You must have lost all your mind. You tripping.
Foundation.
You know what I'm saying? So you want to act the fool, I'm gonna act the fool with you. You know what I used to do with my kids when they was little? Hey, for real. When my kids would be crying for no reason, just screaming and hollering, I scream and holler with them. They They look at me like I'm crazy. I'm looking at them like, what's your problem?
Yeah,
just shut it down. So it's like you gotta find alternative ways because you are the parent. You should be the wiser individual. You've been here longer, so you got different tactics and tricks and techniques to be able to show this child what they may need or what they want. But I think for real, the real issue is the two parents. The two parents have to know their role and the position they play and respect one another. That if the kid lives 90% with the mom, then as their father, you got to support her and respect her rules and respect what she got going on, because for whatever reason, bro, you not there. You can say what you want to say while you not there. You not there. So attempt to be some type of support and backbone for her so they don't trip on you. You know what I'm saying? And the same thing for the mother. You shouldn't be, for sure. Real, that's that mama stare. They look at you in that back seat. They look at you in church. Bruh, you already know.
Get back and relax, because nigga, the next thing coming is a slap.
A slap. A quick slap. Or a pinch.
Man,
ooh, them pinches was deadly. Ooh, them pinches was deadly, bro. Yeah. you get pinched on the arm or something, bro.
You know, I just say compromise. Compromise is the biggest thing that can happen between a mother and a father. I mean, even if you don't get along, compromising ain't hard. You know, like you said, what sense do it make when you know this baby live with this mama, the baby with the mama, like you say, 90% of the time. So really, you just support and make sure that everything is tight. You know what I'm saying? And like you say, if you once the baby come over your house and spending time, and you know you want to give them that little leniency, okay, then that's cool. You know, or you may have to be the one that's tightening shit up. Maybe
Facts.
she over there fucking up. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
You might have to be the one that's tightening it up. And you got to be on your job. Because as I say, keep an eye on your children. You know what I'm saying? But you got to pay attention to them. Because if you ain't paying attention, you miss a lot of shit, man. And if you're paying attention to the child, they show you shit. And why you should see it, because you was once a child yourself. You knew the shit you went through. You knew the ways you handled it, especially in secret, and not telling your motherfucking mama, daddy, you know, what was going on with you. You knew how you waggle through it. You know, you did this little shit and make a fake move, and you already know what it is. So it's like, why wouldn't you be able to sit your own child down and say, you know what? I already know what stage in life you in. This where I did this, and now you trying it. So let me tell you right now, that shit ain't gonna work. It didn't work for me. It ain't gonna work for you. Let's just try something else. You know what I'm saying? It's paying attention. You gotta catch that shit, man.
It's difficult for some people, not all. It's difficult probably for people who immature and who haven't grown. And you really, again, I'm not a person who believes in living in the past. Like, the past is the past, and there's something to reflect on.
We're gonna bring them up. We're gonna bring y'all up to speed. Me and Mr. Peen, we here tonight to bring you up to speed.
It's something it's something that you reflect on, but it's not something that you're supposed to live in. Like, reflect on it. What happened? Take the good, the bad, and the ugly out of it, and then see how you can build on it to put a solid foundation together to grow, because you should be getting better than the next. Like, if your parent whooped you all the time, you don't want to continue to be the person that's whooped. And now you're just passing that on to the next generation. Like, we don't know how to communicate. We don't know how to talk. We don't know how to discuss. And you want to get your child to the point. Here's what's so crazy. You want to get your child to the point where they feel comfortable with using their words and communicating, because if you don't, and you always whooping and not talking, now when they're going to feel like being physical is the only way to express anything.
Yes, indeed.
And you can't be mad at them because you did that.
Yeah.
You did that.
Facts.
So parenting don't come with a book. It don't come with a book.
But you know what?
And people say, I'm going to wait till I'm ready.
Hold on, right
I don't think you're ever ready.
Speaking of books, it's time to post up with Mr. Peen, my people. You hear what I'm saying? It's Mr. Peen time. Me size salute to posting. Mr. Peen.
When you need some inspiration, he's your guy. Think Mr. Peen, and come on by.
Hey, now shout out to SG, the greatest engineer. I want to say I like that little intro there. I appreciate that. Shout out to my lovely wife, Kiki, who was in somewhere in the back behind me for putting that thing together. But y'all know what it is. It's time to post up with Peen. Well, we do a little thing. I jump on here and I talk to you about some things that we growing through. Posting up is something that me and Tay used to do when we hung out on the wall and we politicked, y'all. But that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to politic with y'all today. So we're going to go into that Dennis Kimbrough book, and you know what we're going to do. We're going to take a look and see what he got to say. So I hope this motivation and inspiration is something for your situation to free and relax your mind as if you are on vacation. Let's get right into this thing to change your situation. Your best investment. Your best investment. Ooh, this going to be good.
Yeah.
You survive by using your best investment. By saying no to drugs, no to teenage pregnancies. Oh my God. Oh my God. Y'all know I don't pre-read, right? So y'all just gonna surprise this teenage pregnancies. Why? Because you ain't ready. Mentally, you not ready to be a parent as a teenager yet. Okay. No respect. You survive by having a don't quit attitude. You don't learn how to become a good parent. Get around some old people around you who raise parents and who raise children in the right way. But okay, here we go. That was Arthur E. Thomas, from president of Central State University. Our Creator never confines us to places where we cannot grow. Wherever our place may be, on the farm, in the office, behind a counter, at a teacher's desk, in the kitchen, or in the operating room. When we fill that place to the best of our abilities, personal growth is inevitable. Pause.
Right.
Whatever you do to the best of your ability, you have no option but to grow. You don't know how to be a good parent, ask somebody, read something, take your time, slow down, think about the things that may have happened to you that you've been through, and ask yourself, did you like that? And if you didn't like it, why would you do that? You always have an opportunity for growth. It's inevitable. The things begin to happen. We do a better job. We expand our talents through vigorous use, and we fit ourselves for larger responsibilities and wider opportunities. We can give our current position a benefit of our finest effort. We've all heard someone say, I'm too good for this job. It's too small a position for a person of my talents. There's no opportunity for me to expand. And his contempt, this individual refused to invest his complete capacities in his current position. Inevitably, he becomes dissatisfied, restless, and unhappy. Mm-hmm. Listen, you will definitely become restless, dissatisfied, and unhappy if you don't invest in your kids. Because kids are just little individuals like me and you that got this thing called a brain in their head, and they going through. They attempting to figure out this thing called life too. So if you just leave them all alone to their own, then you know what's going on. They say the idle mind is the devil's workshop. So if you don't have something for them to do, guess what they gonna do? Whatever comes to their mind, just like you used to. You heard what the book said in the beginning. Teenage pregnancy ain't sweet. Why? It's not that the teenager is bad. It's because the teenager don't know thee. You don't know yourself yet to be giving it to somebody else. But that's okay. We gonna move on. Whew, yeah, I know. And this contempt, this individual refuses to invest his complete capacities in his current position. Reread. And inevitably, he becomes dissatisfied, restless, and unhappy. He fails at his task. He fails short of the mark, and he cheats himself. A successful and revered businessman says that in his early years, his mother gave him a priceless gift, the gift of service. John, she told him, it's not how much you can get from a job that's important, it's how much you can put into it that counts. Talent, like muscle, grows through exercise. If we fail to extend ourselves and merely go through the motions while we wait for something more suited to our abilities, we are headed for continual frustration. Begin now to flex your muscles. I will fill my present position to overflowing. Begin now to flex your muscles. Listen to me. Uh-oh, she said, I'm sounding like YB. I'm breaking up too. Am I robotic on you? Hello?
You good right now.
Okay, cool.
You good.
Flex your muscle. Flex your muscle. Flex your muscle. I'm almost sure there's a book out there probably called Parenting for Dummies. I'm almost sure there's a book out there called Parenting for Dummies. I'm almost sure there's a grandma, there's a great grandma, there's an auntie, there's somebody you met who came in your presence to show you, baby, this is what you need to see. This is what you need to do to become a better parent for you, to help that child respect you. But see, here's what you have to do. Not only do you have to discipline that child, you have to discipline you. And if you don't discipline you, it's difficult to discipline another individual. If you don't discipline you, it's difficult to discipline another individual.
One more time.
Your best investment.
One more time, please. One more time.
Is in disciplining you. If you don't discipline you, how can you discipline another individual? Look, if I didn't work on me to speak positive to me, this version of me you would not see. I had to realize I was my best investment. And in order to give my best to my children, I had to give my best to me. Or my children gonna do me like Charlie Brown when they see me. Womp, 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 womp. Talking loud, saying nothing. That's the Ghetto Boys.
I'm telling you.
That's the Ghetto Boys. So listen, parent yourself before you attempt to parent somebody else.
Talk to them.
Parent yourself before you attempt to parent somebody else. And then you have to define what parenting is for yourself. Yeah, I know. I'm not contradicting myself. I'm not being hypocritical because I just told you to go seek it out and go ask somebody else. That's what I told you. But you got to parent yourself, and you got to research, and you got to see what type of parent you want to be. And then you seek out those individuals who can help you move your feet and stop being stagnant and stop raising your children the way you don't want them to be. We get so disappointed when our kids get to about 13, 14, 15, and they want the latest J's and the latest clothes and all that stuff. You know where they got that from, right? You started that. They have no idea about those things. They have no clue about those things. So you introduced that thing, and since you wasn't parenting you, now you can't keep up with that thing, and they disappointed in you, and you don't know what to do. You your best investment. So I dare you to invest in you like you investing in your child too, because your dream ain't they dream, and your dream is off the scene when your little kid becomes a preteen. Your focus got to start shifting towards growing somebody else, because you leaving a legacy behind you that's going to help build the rest of you. Yeah. So you don't have no excuse of why you not doing the best version of you, because a real parent, that's what they do. They set a foundation that's going to elevate you. As someone I heard them say, my floor is their ceiling. My floor is their ceiling. And I'm gonna close with this. A couple years ago, we had a blackout out here in Texas, and we were sitting in the house. And this ain't got nothing to do with no numbers. I don't care nothing about that. And we were sitting in the house on the floor around the fireplace. And I'm like, man, babe, this is crazy. Power out. I don't know what we gonna do. We was, at front of the fireplace having a good time laughing. And my daughter was like 11 at the time. She's like, what you mean we gonna do? We good. We just gonna be chilling. We cool. I'm like, man, what are you talking about? I ain't used to this. I ain't did this since I was a kid. But we gonna be sweet. We gonna go outside barbecue. We got plenty of meat. We gonna be all right today. I'm like, man, I can't believe this house cost this much too. It's like $300,000, and we got power going out and all that stuff. And my daughter looked at me. She like, $300,000? What's that? We can get these a few times if we want to. And I'm saying to myself, I can count you in because I know I do. But the thing that I didn't catch was the foundation and an example that I had set. My daughter was so blind to the fact that how we living like that, she didn't understand how I was really getting it from the sweat of my back. And as a parent, that made me proud, because she had to understand that $300,000, that ain't nothing, man. We can get this all the time. So if you doing the right thing as a parent, your kids will see, I believe in me and nothing is too big for me. But you got to believe in you too. And you got to keep doing the best for you, so your parenting will really come through, and your kids going to respect you, and you going to have grandchildren, and they going to surround you when it's time for you to say bye-bye, and you going to know I lived a great life. That's all I really got to say today, man. Parent yourself before you parent anybody else.
To Mr. Payne, I'm trying to tell you with the post up. And basically what he said, I'm telling y'all, man, you got to remove all parents, move that clutter out your heart. You got to just clean out your heart and let the one guide.
Clutter butter.
You got to let the one guide, because if you don't start with yourself and you don't parent yourself, because it's things you cannot do around your kids if you parent it for real. It's things you cannot do. It's things that's supposed to be limited, you know what I'm saying, to his touch, to his sight, to his memory. You know, he shouldn't collectively be seeing nothing and gathering all this information to one day use against you and use it against you. You know what I'm saying? And we're going to cut real quick. because we gonna run this 6-7 and this up.
Hey, nah.
You know what I'm saying? SG got to
Go
do her.
get it.
Eastside salute.
Stuck in my past, about to relapse. I keep running back to you.
To my party goers and classy drink sippers, out of the glass and into the bottle. Here at Signature 7, we know you work hard and you need that one day to live life, make memories, kick back and relax, and enjoy the tantalizing taste of our Signature 7 martini. If you like it in the glass, you'll love the bottle. Ready for events and pop-ups. So try our new bottles. But whatever you decide to do with your day, just remember to include Signature 7 Premier Gin Martini.
Stuck in my past, about to relapse. I keep running back to you.
And find your rest.
I'm out here for them dough.
Yes, sir. Coming soon to a corner store and a Walmart meeting. Go get that CX7. It's gonna bless you if you let it.
I can get it for the low. I told you I can get it for the low. I told you I can get it for your bro. Got the 50 cal ready and I'm leaning out the Chevy. Tell these niggas take a picture. I can see him
drumming over there, rocking out, boy. Yeah, rocking out. And no, man, it's definitely you can definitely parent without being on the same front. I think it'll be a little bit more difficult because it can get done. So I want to take my hat off and send a big salute to all the single parents out there, men or women, grandmothers or grandfathers. Let you know you appreciate it, because parenting in a 2-parent household can be difficult enough, but definitely doing it as an individual can just be downright devastating. Because again, you have a child that has the DNA and the makeup of a male, which are their parents, and you digging back into in the history, and you dealing with some things that you never do, that you never had the ability to do. So that's why the parent you in order to really get your kids through.
Man, I wanna
some final thoughts today.
Peace and salute to Mr. Payne and all the knowledge he be dropping, man. We're gonna shoot on it to final thoughts. You might as well keep it going, my guy, Mr. Payne. Final thoughts.
Finally, The Rock is back in the building. The Rock of Foundation. The Rock of Foundation. Simple question. What is your foundation built upon? Are you on sand? Are you down at the bedrock? Did you dig all the way down before you started to rock the bed and figure out who you in the bed with? Because you need to think about that too before you let somebody lay down and plant seeds in you. Is this an individual I want to have a seed come through? Because they done showed me some things that I don't know if I want to deal with too, because that could be a hindrance to you. But here's the thing. If you believe in a higher thing, I call it God, you could call it what you want to call it for you, then that higher power will help you get through, and you will realize that nothing is impossible. LeBron James, yeah, we know that name. He came from a single parent, right? Yeah. We see his life. So it's possible. We have other individuals, MJ. They talk about who's the greatest basketball player in some days. He came from a 2-parent household, right? Great basketball player, but nobody's really talking about his personal life. If you look at it in the same light as you look at a LeBron James, high school sweetheart, man. And I ain't really talking about their life or how they do things. I'm really showing and paying homage to the parents. Whether you got one or you got two, it's up to that individual who has the kids with them most of the time, probably, because we become the company we keep. And what your kids see, that's what they're going to grow to be. Unfortunately or fortunately, depending on what you show them, not what you say to them, him or her. That's what they gonna do. Most of the world are visual learners. Over 60% of the world are visual learners. So Mr. Drummond said, they always watching you. Even when you think they don't see you, they see what you do, they hear what you say. So make sure you use your words in the right way. Make sure you display the right things today, so you can help your kids be in a safe space. We already know the world ain't a safe place. It's ugly out there today. And it's probably going to be ugly tomorrow too. So your kids, they counting on you. And I know maybe your parents didn't do the best things for you, and that's cool. But now that you are a parent, you have to do the best thing for you in order to help the next generation get through, because they are a representation of you. And so you get to decide, do you break the generational curses, or do you continue to carry the baton for the madness that's been going on? So it don't matter. You could blame your parents, you could love your parents, but when you become a parent, then it's apparent that parenting ain't an easy task. And if you want to last, then you need to learn how to be very transparent, and you need to learn how to listen, and not just to respond, but listen to understand the man above, that he has a master plan. And if you would listen and let someone parent you, then you can help your kids find their way through and navigate this thing called life. But it starts with being on a united front with numero one, with you. So when you in line with what you want to do and how you want to make it through, then you can lay a solid foundation for your kids to walk on a smooth path too. And yeah, they're gonna make some mistakes. Ain't nothing perfect. You made them too. But be there to be the supportive one, just like you want to be there to beat them too. I'm through. SG.
Eastside salute to knowledge at its finest. I'm telling you, we be dropping it around here. We be spilling facts and not.
No.
Yeah.
Dairy free, baby.
I'm trying to tell y'all, but really, all I'm gonna say is Mr. Payne said all of that, but all I'm gonna say is this: mothers, fathers of children together, don't let personal differences between the two of you cause friction in raising the child. Smoke responsibly, drink responsibly, pay attention to your kids.
Please pay attention to your kids.
You say, hey, I'm not too late, am I? Oh, Frankie, Gwen, Eastside salute to you. Unfortunately, we on final thoughts, but you can say something real quick if you want to. You know, we'll put it on the screen, and hey, we're talking about kids and, you know,
parenting.
Yeah, parenting.
As they say, teamwork make the dream work.
You know, make sure you share it. You know, even though you late, you can share it. You know what I'm saying? Let your friends know. That's how we get down on Tantalizing
Y'all know what Tantalizing Thursday like. Sometimes, you know, Tantalizing Thursdays is like, sometimes it's like when you eating a meal, it's good, but it is not as good as it could be. So you put that thing in the refrigerator and you seasoning sink, and you call it leftovers, and you heat that thing, you're like, ooh, this tastes amazing. It's tantalizing. So if you don't catch us on Thursday, we'll be there on Friday, on Saturday, on Sunday through Saturday too. Just go to YouTube and click, boop, view, and we'll give it all right back to you. It just won't be live in the flesh, but it'll still bless you right there in that spot in your chest. Get rid of that clutter button.
And speaking of Fridays, make sure y'all tune in to the council on Friday nights too, from 9:30 to 7:30. Salute y'all. Salute right back to you. And make sure you come on in next Thursday. You know what I'm saying? Come on in and get in there on time. We ain't here for whatever time, you know. But hey, from 9:30 to 10:30 every Thursday.
And
every
be
Friday.
sure to drop your comments in the chat. And don't forget about dropping your topics and your ideas too. Some you might want to hear us talk about. Some you might be going through and you want a different point of view. You might be like, Mr. Peen, I don't like you. Be quiet, or I want to hear more of you. Mr. Drummond, keep coming and doing what you do. So let us know how we can bless you too.
You know what I'm saying? For real. Don't forget, you know, holla at us, because I am your host, Mr. Drummond, Eastside Salute, and my co-host, Mr. Payne. It's a tantalizing Thursday. SG.
SG the engineer. Hey, hey, hey. Hey, hey, hey.
As long as you cling to me, can't stay away from this magnetic energy. I'm drawn to you like hold me closer with your hold me down like there's no escape. I need your I'm falling for you. Go lower and keep descending. Go slower, roll me in, ride the wind, grab me through the air, I'll drag my fingers through